About understanding your communities and providing a voice for your local communities. And we hear a great deal about some criticism here today at the conference about the planning system working against communities and community rights. I would turn that on its head and say that actually these things, with a little bit of imagination, can work very much for communities. That's not to abrogate the responsibility of a strategic authority to do strategic planning, strategic thinking, visioning, and providing that structured leadership, but it's about to provide a framework for bottom-up, community-led and community-driven understanding of their own places. So what we would do is to try and provide that framework. And what we have done in Shropshire is to utilise something called place plans, based around on our 18 market towns and their hinterlands, those areas themselves defined by the communities themselves, and then worked to capture lots of bottom-up information, whether it be market town health checks, or work that we've done a piece of work around toolkits, which is a check on sustainability of a community, testing eight measures of sustainability, and then using parish plan work that exists, action plans that communities have, and capture all of that evidence and say, what does it mean for your place, to understand the unique selling point of that place, what the ambitions and priorities are, and then for us to say, how can we jointly work together to achieve those things? Because delivery at the end of the day is what is fundamentally important here, and we've heard other speakers making that point loud and clear, and I think that's a key lesson for us. To do this work and to leave it hanging is just not satisfactory, and I think the important thing is to be able to use the systems that you have, whether they're planning systems, whether or not they're your housing spend, the spend of your services that you deliver into local communities, to focus on what really matters, and be prepared to say that you will provide differentiated spend around those priorities and needs, and work with the communities to find additional resources which might include things like New Homes Bonus or the Community Infrastructure Levy, or the smarter use of Section 106 funding, trying to decouple that where you can from specific projects and target it around these wider needs. And so what we've been doing in Shropshire is to pump that money back directly into the communities. So, for instance, with SIL, we're returning 90% of the money that we will collect on growth back into those communities. So the deal you need to have is that there is a broad understanding that growth within place is important, because the opposite of growth is either stagnation or, worst of all, decline, and the rewards or benefits of that growth need to be held, captured and spent within those communities, because from a strategic standpoint we're interested in sustainable places, sustainable communities. From a local viewpoint, they're interested in sustainable, bright and healthy futures for their place. So actually, whether it's bottom up or top down, we're all interested in the same thing. So in a nutshell, that would be my advice to others looking to take this work forward.